How's it going, guys? Welcome to the FM Dugout. We're back with Rescue Rangers, and episode 5 sees us at the 11th hour of the first season. We have 2 games left, and we have 4 points to claw back from Hearts, making today's game against Celtic all that bit more important. If we want to finish second, we have to win today. I think we could still finish second if we draw and Hearts lose, but really we have to try winning. I've got a funny suspicion Hearts might draw, which means anything less than a win for ourselves, and we cannot finish second. If Hearts win, of course, it will make a blind bit of difference. If we are still in it after the game against Celtic, I will skip ahead 8 days to the Dundee match, and we'll have a kind of season finale there. So this episode could be big, or it could be very small. There's been no news with the team in terms of transfers and so on. In terms of fixtures, there was 1 game since the disappointment at Tynecastle, a 4-0 win against Inverness Cali. Certainly the second half performance, there was a 10-minute spell there where 3 goals were scored. Other than that, it wasn't the greatest of first halves. You can see Martin Waghorn was taken off at half time with 6.1. A number of wasted opportunities. You know, I think Waghorn was mainly to blame for those. Liam Burt managing to get himself a goal, assist and man of the match, and also pick up an injury, so he's out of today. Jordan Rossiter's also suspended for today's game, so a bit of a disappointment there, and I've got a bit of a decision to make with regards to Waghorn and Garner. Waghorn obviously being our top goal scorer, and 17 goals in total, but Garner obviously coming off the bench there and scoring a goal. With Waghorn playing so poorly there, I'm in 2 minds as to what to do, really. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. We'll get into today's match and see whether we can keep our dream alive of finishing second. Let's just see. We'll put Garner in. I think if we look at Garner's performances, again, he's not been that great either, but he has been kind of coming off the bench as well. So it's a difficult position. 7.16, yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I'll go with Garner, I think. In terms of the rest of the team, just trying to see if there's anything else. I mean, again, I've got a lot of players leaving. I've got Halliday, Forrester, Windass, so I'm not really going to look to play them today. I suppose the choice was really with Jason Holt and Josh Murphy, and I will try Holt. 7.36 in his last 5 games, so although I think this 5 games may have been stretched out quite a bit, as you can see from here. Strength 5, I'm wondering maybe Murphy. Strength 11, maybe Murphy's a bit. I mean, it's not his natural position, so do you play someone in a natural position or someone with slightly better stats for today's game? I'll go with Hope. Alright, enough talking. Time to do our talking on the pitch, really. So yeah, this is going to be our first attempt to beat Celtic. Well, not our first attempt to beat Celtic, trying to beat them for the first time this season. Which would be pretty disappointing to go through a season and only managing to take 1 point from them. Okay, Jason Holt's lacking match fitness. We know that. Yes, Jordan Rossiter is a big miss for us. One of the things I have done with the formation, I guess, is to keep the fullbacks back a little bit more. I think, did I not say that last time? I can't remember now. Waghorn hasn't been at his best lately. There we go. Wondering whether we should close down on Griffiths, maybe. Alright, we have a point to prove. Let's see what we can do. Wow. You win 4-0, you tell them to carry on from where they left off, and only Fotheringham reacts positively to that. Right, here we go. So, I think this season in its entirety has been a disappointment for Rangers, finishing second or third. but pulling back from 20 odd points that we were behind Hearts at the start has been pretty impressive. A better start to this game than we have been. Maybe the formation here is working a little bit better. Oh, well done, Matt. Well done. Don't look at the ball and it hits off you. Billing wins it back though. Can we get a little counter attack here? Holt, 3 men around him. Mackay spreading it out to Wallace. Can I get the ball in? Right footed cross. Garner with a shot. Blocked, and Holt. Well, I know managers like to take the credit for making certain decisions. Garner with a shot and Holt with the rebound. 2 players that I've had to put in today. So Wallace whipping it in. Garner with a left foot first time shot. Blocked. Good finish from Holt, that. Nice finish into the corner there. And wow, 1-0 up in 25 minutes is a good start for us. It's our first shot on target as well. Now, the one thing I did see from the Hearts game is the fact that when we have a slender lead like this, we do make mistakes. To be honest, we made a mistake that led to a chance there with the ball hitting off of Crooks, who now gets booked. How are Hearts doing? Hearts are losing. This is working out perfectly for us at the moment. If we can get a second goal, Garner with the assist from Holt this time. Brilliant finish. 2 almost identical goals in terms of the strike and where it went in. Hopefully this is... I was hoping that would be behind the goal. Holt dinks it into Garner, and again a first time shot there. Right footed effort into the left corner. Fantastic effort, and we're 2-0 up with 2 shots on target. Can't really ask for much more than that. Hopefully we don't concede in the cusp of half time as Holt clears it. I'm not entirely sure what the highlight was for there. Celtic with a throw now, a minute before half time, and yeah, I would really like to go on at 2-0 up. That would be fantastic. Disappointed, I suppose, that we've got a central defender on a yellow card in Mason Holgate. Also disappointed he's actually not my defender. He's actually playing really well of late. Garner now to Mackay. Can he find anyone? No. Holt loses the ball. Mackay Stephen now breaking forward. Tavernier chasing back. Well done from Tavernier there. Dispossessing him fairly easily. Holgate now back to Fotheringham. First time kick, and he's given it away. And that's the sort of clumsiness that we don't want to see in Barber and Griffiths, and it's 2-1. That takes the shine off the first half. Yeah, that's disappointing there. So Fotheringham could have taken the time to play it out. Wallace lost his man, and then Holgate again losing his man. Easiest to finish for Griffiths, and it's a bad time to lose a goal, really. Well, I guess what we can say is they played well, but there's room for improvement, because some of the players have played well, and a few of them have played rather badly. Tavernier at 6.5. I should really have told them I wasn't happy. Made the wrong call there. Anyway, no reason to change personnel at the moment. We'll keep going with this as it is. And see whether or not we can get a third goal. That would really help us. I really don't want to sort of shut up shop or anything. Can just invite Celtic in to attack us. They've actually changed their formation now. Just spotted, and they're going to score here, aren't they? Off the post. Right, so they have now gone for 3-4-3. So I'm tempted just to pull Crooks back there and get them man for man. Pull Thompson back. This is the formation I did against Cali Thistle in the last game when they went to a 4-3-3. Let's see with Crooks, what is he, a ball winning? Yeah, he should still be a ball winning midfielder. We'll get him to personally man mark. Where is he? Pison. Man mark him. Maybe change Thompson so he's not an advanced playmaker. Maybe just have him as a deep lying playmaker and support, just like Billing. Yeah, it should do. Just make sure these guys aren't going. Oh, damn, they are getting further forward. I thought I'd change that. Okay, we'll try that now. We'll probably score from this anyway now as a breakaway. Celtic are putting men forward But I think it's a bit careless to maybe just stay with two centre backs. And having the fullbacks going forward, we'll just get overloaded there. We have a lead. There's no reason to be gung-ho here. Garner to Holt, wide to Tavernier, acres of space. Can he pick out someone in the middle? Garner's not there. Cuts it back to Garner. Mackay, and off the post. Don't actually know if that was a shot or the ball just hit off his foot. But as with the last game, any chances it hit the post, Celtic have hit the post as well. It's fine margins in this game, and sometimes those things can really come back to haunt you. I think the formation's working okay. I just want to have a look at personnel here and see what we can change. If there's a reason to change anything, there probably isn't. Just looking at the options on the bench. Maybe bring on Hansen for... yeah, do Hansen. And we'll stick Billing on a ball-winning midfielder as well, just to tighten things up in the middle of the park. There's only 15 minutes to go. We've got a chance here maybe. Holgate to Tavernier. Hansen looking for Mackay, don't lose the ball. Garner looking for Wallace, he's giving it away, and Barber now. Wallace should have closed him down there, but disappointed he didn't. Wilson dispossesses Griffiths. Garner finds Holt, back to Garner. Can we get the third and finish it? No. That was a great opportunity there. Unfortunately, Garner on his left foot rather than his right. Nice carving out the move, I guess. Mackay here, back to Wallace. Crooks with the effort off the post again. I tell you something, if we don't win this game and we end up finishing third as a result of hitting the post that many times in this game in Hearts, it will be so hard to take. Speaking of which, Hearts are now losing 2-0, so if we can just hold on here for another few minutes, we will be within 1 point of Hearts. Hearts will then probably be looking at having to beat Celtic, given the fact we're playing Dundee. But it's not over here yet. Wilson heading it away. We really need to get the ball back here. And goes all the way back to Herrera and launching it forward. Holt wins a header. Unbelievable from the wee man there. Garner has got to just not do that. 2 minutes of extra time to be added on here, and it's going to be over surely. Surely they won't score from this. I thought I was going to get FM'd there for a minute. That was, you know, the header that just sails into the goal mouth. We've done it. We've beaten Celtic. Hearts have lost. We are 1 point behind. Absolutely superb effort there. And now, as you can see from the league table, we are in a great position. We go into our last game against Dundee at home, and Hearts will play Celtic at home. Hopefully Celtic will try to win the game and not throw the game so that we don't finish second. But anyway guys, I'll be back in a second with the Dundee match. See you in a mo. Okay, so we're back now with our last game of the season against Dundee. We have had no new injuries or anything, so a fully fit squad. Jordan Rossiter is going to be back as well for today. So you can actually see here, we've actually had a number of draws, 2 draws against Dundee and only the 1 win to speak of in the season. So it's not going to be a given that we're going to win, so we have to look after ourselves first and then hope that Celtic stick to their end of, well, it's not really a bargain, is it really? We just have to hope that they win. Or draw, actually. I think a draw is okay, isn't it? We would win by a point, or get second by a point, rather. Liam Burt is still injured. Given the way Holt played in the last game, I should definitely be playing him anyway. Yeah, I think we're okay with that, actually. So, let's just get in and get on with it. So we are the favourites. Yes, you'd expect that. Jordan Rossiter is the key man for today. Yeah, this would be quite an achievement if we can get second here. Yes, Tommy Wright and Lee Clark both got sacked yesterday. Oh, come on. that one, I suppose. Well, looks like Dundee are going to try and hit us on the break. Playing the same sort of formation as us, we'll maybe have to see how things go in the game. Might have to swap things around if it's not going our way, but hopefully. Right, we need to close those guys down. Just want to go in hard on them as well. Right, what should we do? Favourites? Yeah. I'm losing it a bit with these team talks towards the end of the season. Some of them have been really easy to make and things have gone well, but right, one of the things I did say I wanted to do was to pull the speed down between the highlights, just so we can keep an eye on the Hearts game there as we kick off now. And really, I think finishing second, in the history books you won't know all of the story for finishing second, so it might look like it's just kind of bog standard in a year where Celtic were better, but really it's been a monumental task to claw back such a big gap. Credit goes to Hearts for dropping points and allowing us to do so, but yeah, we do need to win today. Let's just see if we can give the boys a little bit of passionate encouragement. Approaching the same kind of mark where we scored against Celtic. Probably not dominating this game as much. Dundee having more possession. Fairly even actually in terms of the way the game's playing out. Hearts have scored as well now, which is really not going our way. So all that hard work and effort in the last game at the moment is for nothing, as Wallace plays it into Rossiter, feeds it through to Garner, wide to Tavernier, first time cross, Jordan Thompson with a header. Unlikely person to score a header, but do you know what, I'm glad that he's done that. It now at least puts us in a position where we're doing what we need to do. Tavernier here whips it in, first time cross, Thompson attacking the ball really well, a decent header from the lad. And it puts us in a position where, as I say, if we can stay at this, it's all down to whether Celtic can score against Hearts. And now we've got Sviatchenko injured, so at least it wasn't a red card. That was, when I saw that pop up, I thought that's what it was at first. Right, well, there's not really much we can do apart from telling them to keep going. Not happy with Garner today, not happy with Mackay. The rest of the team are probably okay, so we can just tell them there's more to come and see whether they can get a little bit of a better performance in the second half. But yeah, I mean, all eyes are kind of looking down there at the bottom right hand corners to see whether or not Hearts will win the game. That was nearly a chance here for Dundee, following them launching it far up the field, just get it away. One of the things I'm not doing here is telling Rangers to play it from the back. I just don't like the number of chances it gives the other team from there. You maybe don't hold the ball quite so well. Come on, Celtic, you need to get a goal for us. Garner and Mackay really haven't improved since half time, so we'll bring on Waghorn, and Jason Holt looks uninterested. Okay, we'll bring on Josh Murphy there. Maybe we can do something with Jason Holt here. What can we do? Show some passion. I mean, you could say it's our biggest game of the season because we have to win. And now Philip Billing is injured, so we'll bring on Hansen there. Like for like substitution, pretty straightforward. I'm hoping Hearts get FM'd and lose a last minute goal or something, because this is going to be pretty disappointing to get this far in terms of getting back to second, just for Celtic to undo us at the last hurdle by not taking a point off of Hearts. From our point of view, there's not really much that we need to do here. I think it's probably just going to run its course for a 1-0, and it doesn't look as though Celtic are going to score. Yeah, it looks as though that's how it's going to play out. Thanks, Celtic. Wow, speechless, to be honest. I cannot believe we've done all that and then Hearts have managed to beat Celtic on the last day. Incredible. It was a good win from us, I suppose. Decent enough. Got to have a look at this game. Yeah, they were playing a full strength squad. They were going for it. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm not sending him to a specialist. He's going back on loan. Physio can deal with that. Sorry, Philip. You're not my concern anymore. Yeah, that's disappointing. Oh well, let's take a quick look at the table at the final point of the season. So we finished 1 point behind Hearts. 70-point haul, not the greatest, but we were only 14 points behind Celtic in the end, so we really have managed to pull things back. In terms of player stats, we didn't have top goal scorer. Tavernier and Wilson in average rating. Now, that's not something you'll see this season in real life. Tavernier top of the assists with 12. Tavernier player of the match with 5. It looks as though he's had a pretty good season. So Jack Grimmer, when he comes in next year, is going to have a bit of a tough time ousting Tavernier from the starting lineup. Yeah, what else can we have a look at? Overview of the team stats. Best at hitting the target, Rangers. Best form, games without losing. 17 games without losing. So pretty much since I've come in. What else we got? 21 games scored in a row, we're top of that. Average possession has come up to 50% now. Net transfer spend, we've made 183k, is that? I think. Or is that we've spent? No, I think that is what we made it. Red cards 2. Average attendance, not quite the top. But in terms of the percentage of filling the stadium, I think we're higher because obviously Celtic Stadium is bigger. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hit second place. Hopefully, when I come back for episode 6 in the pre-season kind of area, I'll still be in a job and the board won't sack me. Just actually have a quick look to see. Yeah, competitions isn't exactly great, but we did qualify for the Euro Cup, which we said we'd do. So anyway, until the next time, guys, I shall see you when I see you.